Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
Something that really pisses me off about Hinge and dating, and I guess just men in general, is that I don't want to text you. If we have like a nice little exchange on Hinge and I give you my number because you said you'd love to take me out for a drink, I don't want to text you. If I don't know you, I don't need to be sitting here and telling you my in-office versus work from home schedule. Either ask me to get a drink or off.
And I guess F off they did. No one is looking for a pen pal, but if you're too bothered to reply to a good morning text, he's not gonna waste his time to go on a date just to get stood up. Because again, if you're too bothered to reply to a text, you're gonna be too bothered to go on that date.
I hear men talk about this statistic a lot, that women hold double the student loan debt that men do. And it is true. A recent study showed that women hold about 2/3 of America's student loan debt. Part of this can be attributed to the fact that women now attend college at higher rates than men do, but it's not double. So why is the discrepancy so large? Well, you can blame the parents. I was actually shocked to see that recent studies have shown parents of sons were more likely to cover the full cost of college than parents of daughters. Parents of sons were also more likely to be saving for college compared to parents of daughters, and parents of sons were also more likely to take out loans on their kids' behalf than parents of daughters. Women are so often victims of
Yeah, of course you are. And right there, the conversation's over. 10% of men had their bills paid by their parents compared to 6% of women. Still doesn't explain why women hold double the school debt. And I don't know about you, but when you're talking about a study performed on 238 households, I'm never gonna consider that study when trying to make an argument.
I'm like dying to know, what was the last comment that was said to you by a man that had you absolutely floored, taken aback because of how audacious and atrocious it was. Because lately I've been getting so much hate from men about how short my hair is, how they think I look so ugly now that my hair is short. And sometimes they'll say things that, seriously, I have to take a step back because it's so shocking what they will say to me. And so now I'm curious because I know you guys have good stories. My part of me doesn't want to know, but part of me really does want to know.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing. Part of me wanted to know the story. What did those atrocious men said? You think it would have been so easy to pick one comment and say, look, this is what those atrocious men said.
If you're a woman, has another woman ever told you to cut your hair shorter? Well, science says that she probably wasn't giving you friendly advice, which were the findings from this study that shows competitive women advised other women to cut off more of their hair as a form of subtle sabotage when they perceive them as equally attractive. This happens because women manipulate each other to lower the attractiveness of their rivals. And the wild part is that it's not about men, it's not about getting attention, and it's not even about dating. Women do this even when there are no men around. It's just women competing with other women, all for the sake of knocking each other down.
What do you think is the average body count in the UK?
90! No.
Like
27?
22.
No.
I think about 12. 12?
Oh,
Exactly.
no,
12?
like 7.
I
I'd say like 15-ish.
I think 12's good. I think 12's a good answer.
Yeah, to be fair.
Okay.
12. Okay.
Final answer. 12. 12.
Do you know this answer?
I do know the answer, yes.
I'd say 20.
20?
20.
25?
If you were to guess his average body count, what do you think it is?
3.
Put him down like that a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go with the UK. I mean, judging by Newcastle, must be quite high.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's very good round here.
Okay.
Let's go with 8.
Okay, is that final answer 8?
Yeah, is that a final answer?
We're locking 8.
Is it like Mastermind or something?
It's actually 4.
Is it 4?
So you guys were highballing it a little bit.
Well,
just a little bit.
but you're apparently on average. You're average then.
I thought you, yes.
No, man.
It's actually 4.
Oh.
You were closest. You were closest. We do.
Yeah, that's gonna be another study to never be used in an argument. What gender are we talking about? What age range are we talking about? How are we gonna try to explain to that young lady who said 90 when talking about the average body count, not a high body count, that the number is actually 4? What was their lowest number? 12? And you wonder why they were so shocked when you said 4.
The loudest men speaking out against female autonomy are always the least desirable. Patriarchal men panic when women have the right to choose freely, because female choice exposes just how few of them would actually be desirable. Without systems like financial dependence, legal control over reproduction, shame, religious guilt, and plain old male violence, these men wouldn't get picked. Because when women have options, they stop settling for disrespect or emotional immaturity. And that terrifies men who have never felt powerful outside of a system that's already rigged in their favor. Female choice is the great equalizer, because now you would actually have to be kind or communicate. You'd have to bring something to the table besides male entitlement and a podcast microphone. Patriarchy collapses the moment that women truly get to choose freely. And the men who spend the most time investing in upholding these patriarchal systems are simply the ones that weren't going to get picked without it. Because they have nothing to offer in a system that isn't rigged in their favor.
Yeah, say rigged in their favor 3 times in the same video, maybe someone will take you seriously. Care to explain how the system is rigged in my favor? No, of course not. The dumbest argument still remains that women never had the freedom to choose. Now you do. This is what you're bragging about, the freedom to choose. As soon as you were presented with that choice, you chose sexual liberation. You chose to take the worst traits in men and called it empowerment, girl power, right? Those choices right there made you the less desirable you ever been. And with that, knowing very well you're less desirable, you start saying things like men need to, men have to, men need to do this, men have to do that. Princess, I don't. Because you see, I also have the freedom of choice just like you. And my choice is to stay away from women like you. And unfortunately for so many of you, I'm not the only one making that choice.
Men only want one thing from us, and it's not sex necessarily. It's actually far more sinister than that. The thing that men want from us is our light, our energy, our soul. Because if you think about it, if men loved sex so much, they would actually want to spend time with us. They wouldn't be ghosting us. They wouldn't be making us lose our minds, crying to our friends, wondering why they said they'd like us, but now they never text us and don't want to spend time with us. If they wanted to have sex with us, they would want to spend time with us in real life. Because I don't know about y'all, but when I really like a guy, I want to see him all the time. I want to be intimate with him all the time. So it's interesting that the feeling is not mutual, especially when the guy said he liked me, I like him. Why don't you want to spend time with me? Why don't you want to get jiggy with it when I know that's all you men really want? Because it's not. It's not what they want. What they want is to drain us of our energy, of our light. They want to absorb us. They don't so much care about our body as they do our soul.
People used to think before they spoke, but now we have TikTok. And see, that's a lie right there. People didn't really used to think before they spoke. We thought they did because we didn't used to see them. But now we have TikTok. You know, if I want anything from you, that would mean I want to spend time with you so I can get it. Regardless if it's sex or your soul, because I'm apparently Casper the Friendly Ghost. In order for me to get it, I would have to spend time with you. In reality, if I don't want to spend time with you, I want nothing from you and nothing to do with you.
It's really hard as a baddie when you're trying to get to know someone or people or dating or whatever, whenever you start doing that. Because you'll meet someone and you're like, ooh. And then you'll see their ex and you're like, ooh. I don't know if you're ready for a baddie. I don't know. Like, are you?
No, I'm absolutely not. If you're the baddie or you, by definition, is a baddie, then no. No, I will never be ready.
We need to talk about why people we want never like us back, because it's really starting to piss me off. Like, I'm 29 years old and I have never experienced somebody, like, reciprocating how I feel, which is really sad to admit, but it's true. Actually, no, that's a lie. It has happened, but then it just turned out to be really manipulative and crazy. But what is that about? There must be like science behind it. Because literally, I think I'm okay, right? I think I'm a good person. There's nothing wrong with me, but for some reason, people are just never interested back. And the ones that want you couldn't give a toss.
People are never interested back, and 3 seconds later, she has a lot of men that are interested, but she doesn't want them. She has the answer right in front of her eyes, but to her it's still a mystery why she's still single.
I'm borderline repulsed whenever I hear the term girl's girl, and I'm gonna tell you why. I think that a lot of people are misusing that term, and I see a lot of girls use that term who are actually, in fact, mean girls. One thing they didn't tell me growing up is that female bullying, female on female bullying, is very real, and it looks a couple different ways. One of the most classic ways is if you're in a group of girls, they're all going to try to isolate one of the members. I've seen it so many times. It's happened to me. It's happened to other people that I've seen it. And it's something that I will never, ever stand for. There's a lot of gaslighting, a lot of he said, she said, a lot of talking behind backs, a lot of snickering to your face, passive aggressive. If you confront them about it, they're going to be like, no, like that, you know, like treat you like that. And then these same girls turn around and talk about how important it is to be a girl's girl. Bitch, are you serious? Do you know what being a girl's girl actually is? It's speaking up and standing up for women when they're not in the room, when they're being talked about. It's giving women the benefit of the doubt. It's including them when it's important because you know that what you're doing is hurting that person's feelings. If you've ever felt like you needed to compete with another woman and bring them down so you can be above them, you are participating in patriarchal systems.
Oh my god, they can never make an argument without going to men. Men, patriarchy, men's fault, internalized misogyny, blah blah blah. She's a horrible person, but it's somehow my fault. That right there, princess, is why you can never be a girl's girl, because you're a horrible person.
Was she a special talent?
What's that?
That's a special talent that you can stick that all the way to the back of your neck.
Don't act like you haven't done it before, Mom.
And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.